In a distant village nestled amidst rolling hills and lush meadows, lived a young boy named Kai. While the villagers toiled in their fields, Kai was known as the richest boy in the world. But his riches did not lie in gold or jewels. Rather, they radiated from his heart and his perspective on life. Kai was not born into wealth. He had grown up in a modest cottage, his parents being hard-working farmers. What set him apart was his boundless curiosity and his thirst for knowledge. He would spend hours beneath the ancient tree by the river, listening to the gentle murmur of water as if it held secrets of the universe. One day, news reached the village about a wise Zen master who was said to possess profound wisdom and clarity. The villagers were excited, and many began to prepare gifts to offer the master in the hopes of gaining his favor. Kai, however, decided to present something intangible but invaluable: his burning curiosity and eagerness to learn. As he embarked on the journey to meet the Zen master, he encountered challenges, steep paths, wild animals, and stormy weather, but his determination carried him through. Finally, he reached the hermitage where the Zen master resided, a serene abode atop a hill. The Zen master, an old man with kind eyes, welcomed Kai. "What brings you here, young traveler?" he inquired. Kai replied, "I come seeking wisdom, master. I wish to understand the true nature of wealth and riches." The Zen master smiled knowingly. "You are not the first to seek such understanding, nor will you be the last. But before I share my teachings, you must stay with me and tend to my garden for a week." Kai agreed without hesitation. He spent the week tending to the garden, planting seeds, watering plants, and clearing weeds. Each day, the Zen master would engage Kai in conversation, subtly imparting his teachings through their discussions on nature, life, and existence. At the end of the week, the Zen master asked Kai, "Tell me, young one, what have you learned from your time in the garden?" Kai thought for a moment and replied, "I've learned that every plant requires care and attention to thrive. Patience is key, as is nurturing the soil in which they grow. Just as the garden flourishes with effort, so does the garden of our minds." The Zen master nodded in approval. "You have understood well, young Kai. Just as you tended to this garden, you must tend to your thoughts and emotions. Nurture the positive ones and weed out the negative. This is the path to true riches." As the days turned into weeks, Kai continued to learn from the Zen master, gaining insights into the impermanence of material possessions and the importance of inner peace. The master shared stories of his own journey, emphasizing that the richest treasures are found within. One day, as they sat beneath the starlit sky, Kai asked, "Master, what is the key to happiness?" The Zen master gazed at the stars and replied, "Happiness, dear Kai, is not a destination but a way of traveling. It is appreciating the beauty of each moment, finding contentment in simple pleasures, and sharing your heart with others. True wealth lies in the richness of your experiences and the depth of your connections." With time, Kai's understanding deepened, and he began to embody the teachings he had received. He returned to his village not with material gifts, but with a heart full of compassion, a mind open to possibilities, and a spirit that radiated positivity. The villagers noticed the transformation in Kai. They saw how he listened to their concerns without judgment, how he helped without seeking reward, and how he approached life with a sense of wonder. They began to seek his counsel, and he would share the wisdom he had gained from the Zen master. Years passed, and Kai's reputation as the richest boy in the world spread far and wide. People from distant lands traveled to seek his guidance, and he continued to help them find the wealth that could not be counted in coins or gems. One day, a young man arrived at Kai's village. He had heard of Kai's wisdom and wanted to know the secret to becoming truly rich. Kai welcomed him warmly and took him to the same ancient tree by the river where he had once sat as a curious young boy. As they sat there, Kai shared his journey, from seeking material wealth to discovering the wealth within. He spoke of the Zen master's teachings and the lessons he had learned through his experiences. The young man listened intently, his heart and mind opening to the possibility of a different kind of richness. Before parting ways, the young man asked, "How can I ever repay you for sharing such wisdom?" Kai smiled and said, "Pass on what you've learned. Let the seeds of knowledge take root in the hearts of others. Just as I have shared with you, share with those who are willing to listen. This is the way to keep the cycle of true riches alive." And so, the young man embarked on his own journey, inspired by Kai's story and teachings. He, too, became a source of wisdom and inspiration, spreading the message of inner wealth to all who crossed his path. In the end, the richest boy in the world wasn't defined by material possessions, but by the legacy of wisdom he left behind. The story of Kai reminds us that true riches are not found in what we amass, but in how we live, love, and share our light with the world.